Week 3 of the BeamNG Monster Jam series kicks off with the East Division at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. The first 2 weeks in the East Division have seen events in the Northeast, however now we're here in the Georgia Dome, an event which was held last season to a massive crowd. BeamNG Monster Jam Week 3, the East Division from Atlanta is next.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Pull it up to the line, let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
For the second straight season of the BeamNG Monster Jam series for Week 3 in the East Division heads to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Joe Rakowski, alongside me to commentate this amazing event, Trey Bardo. And Trey, last season we were in Atlanta, Georgia on Christmas Day. Fortunately for these drivers, it's a little bit less of a stressful time of the year for them. But what do you expect to see here in the Georgia Dome for the second straight season? It's in the middle of the series, Week 3.
Joe, if you look at the way this track's built for this time around, it's definitely going to be favoring big air, and I don't think anyone's going to complain about that. I mean, we love seeing these trucks fly as high as they can and as far as they can, so we're definitely going to be able to see who put their truck together the toughest and is going to be able to handle this.
You speak about putting the truck together the toughest. Last season, we had kind of a Georgia Dome curse. If you remember, Trey, about 5-6 trucks in a row broke off wheels to start out freestyle. Hopefully, something like that doesn't happen in this event. We might be seeing a lot of carnage, as you mentioned. These obstacles very, very steep and big as well. We're going to be seeing some massive air and some long launches here in the Georgia Dome. Let's go take a look at our 15-truck field of trucks for freestyling in Atlanta. To kick us off, it'll be Overkill Evolution and Tony Silver. In Black Sound, it's Jonathan Buford, and Overboard has Will Graymont.
In Gravedigger, it's Justin Zidal. Hooked has Alexander Rowe, and Scarlet Bandit is Roberto Crown Jr.
Then we have Iron Outlaw, Bronson Minnick, Bounty Hunter, and Jordan Stout. And in Predator, it's Zachary DeLello.
In Northern Nightmare, it's Keegan Thompson. Lucas Oil Crusader has Dirty Boyd, and El Toro Loco has Jay Rando.
Then the final 3, Stone Crusher, Cody Anderson, Max D, Matthew Burnett, and Monster Energy and Marsha Burrow. So Trey, it's going to be an exciting event. We know the 15 trucks and how they're going to go out, and the first one out is Overkill Evolution and Tony Silver. A disappointing run in Foxborough after a really good result in East Rutherford. We'll see what he can do here for the fans in the Georgia Dome. Looks like he's going around and waving to them before he kicks off his run.
I think everyone likes this truck. Pretty much the frame is pretty much, glow in the dark. I mean, look at that thing. It's pretty much like putting out light its own, but he's going to go off the little jammer there, get a nice slap wheel out of it, right in that little, I think that's sand pit in the middle. I think it's supposed to help with the donuts a little bit there, almost getting crossed up there, but he was able to carry that slap wheel out.
Yeah, I think in that middle, it's some of that Georgia clay, Georgia sand, which they love to put onto the course. It's really, really used well for donuts, so we'll see if anyone tries to do that throughout the event, but so far, Tony Silver has had some decent momentum to start off. 3 hits and some 3 massive ones as well, getting some nice air off of all these obstacles, which is what these judges are going to be looking for. How steep these obstacles are, you have to go big if you want to win this event, I'd have to think.
You definitely would have to, especially with, like we said, the jumps here, the ramps are pretty much designed for you to air your truck out. You can see right there the entire way across the arena, straight into the van stack, though, so that could mess up a couple drivers here later down the road, or even Overkill Evolution here, so they have to be mindful of that. But yeah, I mean, definitely, the way these ramps are built, the judges are definitely going to be looking for the air.
Yeah, definitely have to watch out for that double van stack, but also right here, watch out for this kind of box truck stack. This is a very unique obstacle. First time we've seen it out here. Tony Silver's going right forward on the first hit, and perfectly done there. A little bit wheelie over it. So Tony Silver first truck out, immediately attacks the box truck right there, and now going a little bit crazy. He's in the final 20 seconds. In trouble on the nose, hits the gas onto the side. Still on the gas, but a great save.
I'm surprised he was on his side for as long as he was there, but what a save with 10 seconds remaining here. What else can he do? Huge air, losing the hood at midway through the air. Is going to bounce off upside down again. He saved it again.
Oh, tried to pull out wheelie, but the wall was way too close to pull that out. But that was a very solid run for Tony Silver to kick off competition here in the Georgia Dome. I think that's going to set the bar pretty decently high to start out here in Atlanta. So take a look at the replays right here. This amazing save, which felt like he was saving it for quite some time, was on the nose and on the side for a while there.
Yeah, it was a very magnificent save, as you said. It was a lot longer than I think both of us expected. I thought he was going to pull it out right here, but it went right back onto the sides, a little bit of a sidewall action. He put it right back down on all 4 BKT, so nicely done by Overkill Evolution to put the truck and continue on.
And then right here, he went off that ramp, the hood came off, landed back on him, and he hits the gas, he lands, and it kind of goes into another kind of sideways wheelie, which gets him onto the side, but back onto all 4. So 2 saves and out the run. It should be a pretty decent score for Tony Silver and Overkill Evolution. The scores are coming in. 8:22, that's a very solid way to kick off competition here in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's going to set the bar pretty decently high for all these drivers coming out after him. We'll see where that places him at the end. I think it'd have to be pretty high up. But next out, Black Stallion, Jonathan Buford. That's actually Overkill Evolution's teammate. So we'll see what Black Stallion can do. Nice Skywood to kick us off. Buford's not had a great first 2 events. He's looking to turn his luck around here in Atlanta.
I mean, following out your teammate, do you think it's a good thing to be the first 2 trucks out? I mean, it's kind of I feel like it's mixed emotions there. You're glad to go out after a teammate, but you're you had the worst 2 runs. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Is he going to be able to pull out of it? What a save!
He really needed that trade because Jonathan Beaver is placed in the bottom few the first 2 events. He's currently last in points. He needs some sort of momentum if he wants to make it to the World Finals, because right now there is no way at all, unless he wins the final event at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, that he'll get in based on points alone.
I mean, he can already check off a wow factor in his run right here. All he has to do now is get momentum, get something the judges haven't seen yet, and get big air. I mean, and then right there, I think you have the recipe to definitely challenge, Overkill Evolution for the lead.
Yeah, I do like this run now. John Buford's been very, very solid. It's not getting too crazy quite yet. He's making sure he gets into the final few seconds before he does that. But he has had some nice hits, some nice air, and some nice combos. A little bit of wheelie here into the jammers. He hits it. Oh, but it sends him over backwards, and it doesn't get enough of a bounce. And that solid run still has about 18 seconds left, Trey. It was looking good for a while for Jonathan Buford, but once again, it just seems he's been snake bitten so far this season.
I mean, it's just the luck of the draw, really. I mean, right here, though, this save was absolutely amazing. He did everything he needed to do. Truck flipped over from one side to the other. He turned into it, nailed the gas, and he brought it right back down. So very nice save there by Black Stallion. But as you said, he's just had a run of bad luck here. And, I mean, not much you could really do here except maybe put the truck down sooner or try to gas your way through it, but sadly it did not work out for him in the end.
You have to wonder if maybe he was thinking of some massive skyway, but just went over too far backward. A 15 for Jonathan Buford, not what he wanted, trying to follow up his teammate Tony Silver in the Overkill Evolution. So we'll see where that places Buford at the end. But next out, Overboard and Will Grimmett. He's wasting no time going straight to the box truck. First in the 90 seconds. So we'll see what Grimmett can do to try and recover from a bad event out in Foxborough, and that was a pretty big obstacle to go after. He's going to actually nose it into the ground for his second hit and getting a little crazy onto the back tires there.
Oh, that was a very strange thing to happen there. I think the back tires caught. They might have caught that top of that jump there or what, but I wasn't expecting the truck to react like that.
Oh, that was very unique, and then for it to kind of get put onto the back wheels like it did, that was definitely something crazy for Will Grimmett in the Overboard. But still about a minute left in this run. Get some nice air off of the racing lane right there. That was a massive launch for Will Grimmett in the Overboard. Turning around here, there's many different ways to hit these obstacles in many different places, so you're definitely not ever going to be searching too long for your next obstacle to go to.
That's also a good thing because, as we said, one of the major things these judges look for is momentum. So, if you don't have to search long to hit your next obstacle, I mean, that's just going to, build up your rhythm more and everything else. Nice combination move there off of the 2 van stacks there. But, momentum is a huge key to winning these things, and this track's built perfectly to build it up.
Okay, I would say we could make momentum a drinking word, but I would fear for the viewers at home that they wouldn't be able to survive it, because we mention it many times every event.
I mean, it's just one of the things. I think we definitely should make that a drinking word. I think that'd be pretty fun to see what happens out of that.
I don't know if we want to be responsible for some people's lives, Trey, but Will Grimmett, speaking of momentum, he's had some decent but he needs something big in this run. So the final hit will be off of the jammer. Nice air there, but while it was a very solid run all throughout, I didn't see any wow factor throws. He's still gone on for the fans right here. Time was already expired for a few seconds, but it was a solid run for Will Grimmett Overboard, but I think that lack of a wow factor is definitely going to impact the score, as we saw Tony Silver have those few saves at the end. Grimmett didn't really have anything like that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, he didn't really have anything that separated his run from everyone else, so we'll have to see what the judges think about it. But overall, it was definitely a solid run.
And we'll have to see as the scores come in. It's a 20, so that's a very respectable score, and that could definitely put him in the top half of the field. That right now puts him second, only 2 points shy of Tony Silver in the Overkill Evolution. But this man, Trey, he's definitely mad after last week. Justin Zaydell, the Gravedigger, destroyed that thing out in Foxborough. He's looking to fill out the full 90 seconds this time and maybe destroy it at the end of 90.
Yeah, again, we've seen it with the Gravedigger so far this season. It's either they're going to make it the entire way with maybe 2 pieces left on the truck, or they're only going to make it a few seconds and they're going to go out in spectacular fashion. So we'll have to see what Justin Zaydell here is going to go.
Yeah, you have to remember last week for Team Gravedigger was a huge cost expense. Zaydell broke the rear tie rod and maybe some more on that truck. The body was completely demolished. You have to look at Eli Brighton Central. He broke a front tie rod and maybe some more of the front end suspension. And then Stapleton hit so hard he broke off the whole front wheel on his truck. So, I mean, the Gravedigger team was definitely working overnight and overtime all throughout this week, trying to set those trucks up perfectly for this week. And Zaydell so far doing a decent job with it. Needs some wow factors, but he's definitely gotten some massive air all throughout this run.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely building up, some great rhythm here. He's definitely swinging the truck out, keeping the throttle in. And oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh! It looks like the van or the car grabbed him. He's able to reverse out of it, but Trey, that's like 5 seconds he can never get back.
That was so strange. I don't even know why the truck bit into it. Nice slap wheel to follow it up, but no, that was one of the strangest things I've ever seen. And yeah, you said that the 5 seconds is going to absolutely kill his score here.
Yeah, that's huge. Momentum breaker. He's going to cross thread the bus. A massive rocketed skywheelie there and lands it down hard. Just hits the gas and flips the truck over. He may have gotten into the wall, but I mean, it's a crazy way to end it. But Trey, I have to think the judges are not going to like, even though it wasn't his fault, just him getting stuck on the van stack is not going to be liked by the judges at all.
I mean, the driver's going to argue it, but there's not much the judges could do. They have their own set of rules in their own way. But look at that skywheel. That is absolutely massive. I think that's the biggest hair we've seen so far, and he was straight up and down.
Yeah, and he crushed the car he landed on. That thing is no longer resembling a car. Into the wall as he flips over. We'll have to see what the judges give him for a score. It's going to be a 19-5, so obviously that just lack of momentum towards the middle definitely cost him. That puts him right now into 3rd place of the 4 trucks that have gone out. So for Zaydell, not what he wanted in the Gravediggers. Next up, we have Hooked and Alexander Rowe. He's had 2 solid runs to kick off the tour, but needs something big here in Atlanta. He starts out the 90 seconds over the racing lane, noses it down, pulls it to a little bit of a wheelie, but sets that down before he gets to the van stack, because after what happened to Zaydell, I don't think he can really go that big over that van stack.
Yeah, I would definitely be a little skeptical of those couple of vans there. I don't think we ever found out a reason why his truck stuck, so we'll have to see if it's going to claim victim to another one, but he goes over the box truck there. Very nicely done. Little wheelie over top of that as well, but you definitely have to think now the drivers from this point on are going to be, a little skittish of those vans.
Yeah, and they know that Zaydell is a proven event winner, proven, just contender every week, and for something like that to happen to him, they definitely have to be skeptical about, can I learn what happened to Zaydell in the Gravedigger? Is that just something that anytime I'm going to be going over that van stack, I have to just hope it doesn't happen to me?
Yeah, you definitely have to, think that way if you're one of these drivers following up. But so far, it looks like Hooked is doing a very nice job. He was able to get over. Look at that. So, maybe Zaydell might be a little salty from the drivers that are going to be able to make it over the van stack now. But Hooked so far is getting a nice run, nice slap lead there as well with 20 seconds remaining. He's going to really need a wow factor here to even challenge for lead, in my opinion.
Yeah, kind of just like what we saw with Overboard. Some really nice momentum and some nice hits, especially that skywheelie right there, but just needs something in these final 10 seconds to be remembered by. Right now, just kind of one of those average runs as he hits the jammer, gets sideways over into another obstacle at 0, flipping over forwards and into a front flip and keeps out of the wall tray.
Joe, I think we found the wow factor in this run.
I guess so, and I mean, that all came within time, so that is judgeable. So I have to see what the judges think about with that, but this was definitely a move that is going to add some points to the score total.
Look, oh my goodness, that was a huge hit on the front end there, and I mean, it helps him out that the truck pretty much did a perfect front flip off of that rebound and landed it. So what a move to end out his run.
It's a 20.5 for Hooked and Alexander. That's right now second place of the trucks that have gone out. So a solid score, definitely what we need after the first two events. He really needs something like that. But Trey, the next three trucks are all from the same team. We have Scarlet Bandit and Roberto Crown Jr., the first of the three two Extreme Racing trucks to come out.
Man, these couple of teammates here. I mean, what the first two trucks were teammates, and now the next, three trucks are teammates. So again, like I said, I don't know if that's a good thing that all teammates are going right out after each other, or if that's a little, not so good.
Well, it would be good if there were some of the last ones going out, because that means they performed really well the last event. If you're going out the first two, you know that your team didn't perform well the last event. If you're going out towards the middle, your team was just kind of mediocre that event. They would all love to be the final three out, I think.
Oh, no question about that at all, but we'll have to see what's going to happen. Nice little slap there, comboed up straight into the jammer. Look at the air off of that. That was beautifully executed there. That was, I think, some of the highest air we've seen off that jammer all night so far.
Scarlet Bandit be the first of his three teammates to go out. You have to think that maybe he's going to set the bar for his teammates. He's going to do something and then be like, you try and top that, teammates. And, I mean, that's obviously a great way for then Iron Outlaw or Bounty Hunter that go out next to then try and top that and go even bigger, and then it gets all of the team a better score.
I mean, yeah, like we said, every time we've mentioned teammates, there's always a competition with everyone else out in the field, but then I think there's an even bigger competition between the teammates there, so especially with them all going one after another, that's nice. What a move there. That was beautiful. I mean, he did a slaply up the ramp and then landed it as smooth as butter on the other side of it. The judges are going to love that.
Before that hit, everything was smooth as butter, but now he's starting to get a little crazy in the final seconds. It hit zero. It's bicycling towards the wall, and they may have shut him down because he was right near that wall tray. That would obviously be a very dangerous situation, trying to save that. Nonetheless, a solid run. Once again, it's kind of missing that wow factor.
Yeah, this is another run that was missing the wow factor here, but I mean, it had some big air, some unique moments, but nothing really that could catch the judge's eye here. And then right here, very, very nice soft rollover that was.
It was. Save the body for next week for sure. An 18-5 for Roberto Crown Jr. That's right now fifth of the six to go out. Not what he wanted out of the run. I think it should have scored just a little bit higher. It looked pretty solid, but the judges just were wanting a little bit more out of the run. As here comes Roberto Crown's teammate, Bronson Minnick, and the Iron Outlaw coming out here and trying to wow the crowd and beat his teammate out.
Nice air to start off the run off the racing lane there. He's going to combo it up straight into the van stack as well. It seems so far with that van stack, if you hit it from the racing lane side, it seems the trucks get over it pretty easily. So it might be the other side that is causing it to, catch up a couple of trucks here. But we'll have to see what happens if someone hits it from the opposite side of the racing side.
You almost have to wonder, everyone that's gone into it has kind of had some decent, not really too big momentum going into it. Do you think Seidel maybe hit that van too fast and it just caught the car in the front? Do you think that possibly could have played into it?
Honestly, could be a very big, factor into that. So it might be speed is the biggest, thing going into that van stack. We'll have to see if someone else tries to go pedal to the metal into it, if it catches them up as well. But I think a lot of people are going to try to avoid it, going full throttle.
Yeah, for sure. But Minnick's definitely going full throttle into the dirt ramps and pulling out wheelie into that van stack, getting a little crossed up on landing, but doing a decent job. And so far, just I feel like I'm on a record on repeat, but it's just kind of the same thing. He's had some good momentum, some good hits, but needs something big in this run, as that was an interesting move, a wheelie over the bus there.
Don't even know what you would consider that. A wheelie off the side of the ramp? That was definitely different. He's going to cross-thread the bus now, though. Look at this. Nice sky wheelie off of that. He's going to land it on the other side. Combo it up. Oh, my goodness.
That is a hard landing on the roof. The clock will tick down to about 5 seconds left for the Iron Outlaw Bronson Minnick. And just like his teammate that went out, needed something big in that run and just was very solid like Roberto Crown Jr.
Yeah, I mean, they always have momentum. They had, big air and everything, but no wow factors that really, again, set them apart from everyone else here. What a hard landing on the top of that truck, though.
That was a hard landing for Bronson Minnick, and thankfully these trucks are built very, very tough to absorb the impact for the driver. It's an 18-5, so it actually ties him with his teammate Scarlet Bandit. So they're right now tied. That'll come down to a tiebreaker judge at the end of the night for that position, wherever it may be. But here's the final there, teammates. What can Bounty Hunter and Jordan Stout do to try and top his teammates, and maybe be the first person to try and top Tony Silver and Overkill Evolution? The first truck that has gone out is still sitting in the hot seat, Trey.
I think he just tapped the wall there, Joe.
I think he did.
What was it? Central last week, or was it West? Maybe that. I think every single truck hit the wall, so I think it might be coming over to the East Division now.
Yeah, that was the West Division. That was actually the last event we did, so maybe it is kind of coming around. But Trey, I wanted to bring up that last season in Atlanta, it was Bounty Hunter and Luke Brainey that won in the Georgia Dome. So Jordan Stout might have to be feeling a little bit of confidence in this Bounty Hunter truck. We'll have to see what he can do to try and win, just like Luke did last season.
That could be a very big possibility. Nothing like being in the winning truck that won it last season, like you said. So we'll have to see what he's going to be able to bring to the table. But again, from his past two trucks, his teammates, we're going to have to see a wow factor come out of this group here. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to pull one out.
Yeah, he's had some very solid hits, some nice momentum, some big hits, but needing that wow factor. Nice little bit of a crossroad there. Sky wheelies, he puts it down. Misses the jammer. I think he was thinking he was going to go into that weird angle. Didn't want to do that, but he's looking for different ways to kind of hit obstacles and go over these kind of cross-thrown ways. And he's kind of getting a little crazier in the final 20 seconds, but once again, just needs something big. Overkill, 2 amazing saves at the end. Bounty Hunter Jordan Stout needs something bigger.
Got 10 seconds remaining, so he has plenty enough time to do it. Nice air off of that.
Oh
my goodness! What? What even was that?
That happened too fast. My brain in process onto 2 wheels, saves it again, and I think, Trey, this is our first challenge for the lead that we've had since Overkill went out.
I would definitely second that one. I mean, I don't even know if you can count that as a backflip. Was that a corkscrew?
It was some like semi corkscrew, maybe a half corkscrew. I mean, let's just check it out right here and see if we can see what it was.
So he's gonna land the truck, go straight into the pot.
Yeah, that's like a corkscrew.
Yeah, I would consider that a corkscrew.
Well, that was an interesting move, and it landed perfectly fine on the ramp. I mean, that was an amazing move for Jordan Stout, and then put him to a save immediately after, and it's enough to take the lead, Trey, at 23.5, and Jordan Stout's only the second driver to sit in the hot seat here in the Georgia Dome this season. We'll see what Predator and Zachary DeLello can do. This truck, if you remember in real life, Trey, this truck normally owned this stadium. It normally did really well here, whether it be racing or freestyle.
If it carries over into this series as well. Nice slap wheel started out, combo it up into, I guess you can consider that a sky wheelie, and then puts it down on the other side of the, I think that's the racing lane. It's kind of a, transformed racing lane, but it's definitely a racing lane.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting racing lane to see a kind of a double car stack on a racing lane, but hey, whatever the track crew thought for these drivers to go big in freestyle, let's just do it in racing and we won't have to change the track much. The only thing that really changed is putting all those crush cars in on the sides.
It works, am I right? So we'll have to see what else can happen here. He's going to try to possibly get a slap wheelie out of this. He's going to gun it straight into that Georgia clay. Didn't really get as much traction as I think he was hoping for. As we said, I mean, that stuff there is used to do, donuts and stuff, so it's going to be a little slippery, so you might not be able to get all the traction you're going to, try to need to get a slap wheelie out of it. So, but he did a nice try, though, and he was able to continue going.
That's for sure. Trey Zachary DeLello keeping up some nice momentum in the Predator truck with now 30 seconds left. Oh, my God. Everything. Oh, my gosh.
Goodness.
Oh, what? Well, I don't know how to commentate that, Trey. I don't know what just happened.
I don't think he planned to do that. I don't think that was planned at all.
He's going to be the first one to try out the donut.
It's really sliding, isn't it?
Oh my gosh. Oh, he
he got a flat.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we did say, last season everyone lost the wheel. How about this time around you get a flat?
Yeah. Oh, he goes off the,
goodness.
bus sideways, saves it, pulls into a little bit of a wheelie, and that's it for Predator and Zachary DeLello. So that was a confusing ending, Trey. I think that's all we can really say. Once the save happened, I don't know what happened after that.
Hey, I want to know what happened. He just completely shredded off the hood, and then what happened here? That oh my goodness! How did that not break off?
Yeah,
how did that not break off?
And he saved the truck. Unfortunately, then he went into some donuts and it blew a tire, and there was just a whole mess after that. To 19 for Zachary DeLello. This lost momentum after that happened. It definitely hurt his score, and tough break for DeLello for sure. But here's Keegan Thompson in the Northern Nightmares. Looks like Trey's going to go big to start out. He has not been happy about the start to his season, and rightfully so. He's the World Finals champion, but he's not had much to brag about this season. We'll see if he has something to brag about here in the Georgia Dome.
Nice air to start out his run there. Very nicely done. The flag stood on, so that's always a good thing to see. But, no, yeah, you're completely right. Being the champion, you think you're going to ride high going into the next season, and hopefully luck comes with you. But no, I mean, what's it called? The champion hangover or something along those lines. He's just had a not very good start to the season. So hopefully, sooner or later, he's going to be able to turn it around.
You remember out in East Rutherford, he got last place, and his score was in the single digits. Backed up to the last time he was in a truck, he got a 36 and won the championship. Yeah, he was definitely a little bit angry last week, and when last week didn't really go as great as he wanted to either, he's going to come out here with a vengeance, and he definitely wants to place at least in the top 5, I would have to think.
Definitely. If anything, you know, I'd easily say top 5, but we'll just see what happens. He's going to go for a cross thread. Nice sky wheel. He's going to land it right in the back. Oh, there goes the flag, but that's all right. That was that's definitely something different, so I think the judges are going to take a huge liking to that.
I just like that move. He's going to... Oh, that's kind of like what DeLello did. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
It's caught on the box truck. Can he get off of that?
I don't... Yep, he got off. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yeah,
he's off of it. So that was interesting. The hockey puck is still on. That's impressive. As now he's crossed our obstacles on his roof, hard off of the ramp.
What a save! He's into the arrogant sky wheelie. The hockey puck's still on. He lost his stick though. That's all right. 2 seconds remaining. He's gonna sky wheelie again. He's gonna be able to pull out of this one as well. No.
Well, maybe he still has a chance. Trey.
No.
Oh my gosh. So that was an interesting run for Keegan Thompson in the Northern Nightmare. I don't know if it's going to be enough to take the lead. However, it had some moments in it, including this hit right here as he cross-threaded some obstacles, and there were some hard hits right down, right off of the hit right there, and it just somehow rolled off the ramp back on all fours.
Momentum, a great thing, Joe. I mean, we've said it before, but this is a different type of momentum.
Yeah,
this one saved the truck.
That was like physics momentum.
But I don't know. I don't think it's enough to challenge for the lead, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, he had that little mix-up there with the box truck. He had to back up, but I don't know if he made up for it with how he ended out his run.
And then right here, he tried his damnedest to save this one. I mean, look, he was in the gas. Look at all the smoke coming out. He desperately wanted to put that thing back on all fours. And unfortunately, the fan stacks got in the way, and it ends up on its lid. So we'll see what the scores are coming in. It's a 21 for Keegan Thompson. Right now, I believe that's third place of the trucks that have gone out. So it's a solid run and should place him definitely in the top half. But there are some heavy hitters coming out, including Dirty Boy and Lucas Oil Crusader. He's gone crazy the last few weeks. What can he do here?
I think this is easily one of the... Oh my goodness!
No!
Oh my goodness!
Oh no, Trey, that's unbelievable!
I was just going to say he was easily one of the biggest rookies so far this season, but, I mean, that just contributes to it, but it's also, bad way to go out, I guess?
Yeah, 12 seconds in, and look, I mean, if it would have just rotated a little more, Trey, he has a front flip completed at a competition that's not the World Finals, which would have been the first time other than the World Finals it's happened in the BeamNG Monster Jam Series, and the judges can't really do anything. It's a 4-5. He had 2 hits, ended within 12 seconds. That is a tough break for Dirty Boy, Trey.
That is very much so, but now we have El Toro Loco and Jay Rando, and I think he just saw what happened there, so he's going to hit the track from a different angle here. We'll have to see what he does for his first hit. Nice air off of that. He's going to try to get a little bit of a slap wheelie out of it. He's going to be able to carry it out. Not really, though, but he's going to combo straight up into the jammer.
That's a nice hit off the jammer right here. But Trey, the start of this week's run for Jay Rando was a lot less technical than it was last week. Remember last week he had the little bit of a stoppie and then into a moonwalk and then moonwalked backwards and then got into a backflip type move, and I mean he did something that no one thought would happen, and Rando went out there and did it, and on his first try trying it.
First off, I gotta say, how don't you remember that? Let's be honest with that. That was easily going into his highlight reel of moves here. But no, I mean, yeah, you start out technical 1 week. I mean, you can't really do the same thing next week because then everyone's going to expect it from you every time you're out there. So he's going to start off a little smooth here. He's getting some, nice rhythm going in, and I definitely expect something unique to come out of him this run. It's just a matter of when it happens and what it is.
Okay, he's had some decent moves and different unique moves. I mean, there was at one point he wheelied and then put that wheelie down right before a ramp and it pulled into a sky wheelie, so he's had some good moves, but where's he going to go next? 25 seconds into the backflip ramp!
Oh my goodness!
And he's the first one to do a backflip tonight, Trey.
I didn't even know there was a backflip ramp there, if I'm being honest with you, Joe. That was pretty cool.
That's a little hidden right there. I mean, I'll be honest, it's tucked into the obstacle. I don't know, maybe the driver can't remember. That's why it took so long.
Maybe. Oh my goodness, that was. What is it with these trucks and getting caught up on cars tonight? I mean,
what's it with El Toro Loco and Jay Rando getting caught up on cars?
Oh, he got caught up again.
He got caught up on the bus and decided to park it there, Trey. And I'm sure he's hoping he can get that truck off because otherwise it becomes the obstacle. And I don't think he'd like to see his truck get hurt.
Definitely not. Oh, look at the backflip right there. I mean, this was textbook, though, for it, us not knowing it's there. Very nicely done. He's going to land it back down, and, I mean, he's going to continue on. He's got to back it up, but, again, the judges aren't going to mind that.
It's going to be at 22, so that's not lead, but it's tied for second right now, so not too bad for Jay Rando in the El Toro Loco. A very, very solid running after his last solid running. But next out, it's Stone Crusher and Cody Anderson going, and a huge Sky Wheelie to start out.
Making your presence known, and Stone Crusher just crushed that right there. That was a really bad pun. I am so sorry about that.
Oh no, a wheel! Oh no, Trey!
Oh my goodness!
Oh, can he save it? He's in the gas hard, but the van stack gets in the way for the second time, and only about 20 seconds in, Trey, and he's over.
That's 2 drivers so far who hasn't even gotten 30 seconds in, and their runs are already done.
Oh yeah, that is an unfortunate break, especially after that first move, Trey. That was such a huge announcer presence move, and then right here just barely clipped that one kind of jut out obstacle right there and put it on its roof for Cody Anderson after a really good run of third place last week. To have this happen the next week, that has got to be just the worst feeling for Cody Anderson. I think he'll score higher than what we saw Dirty Boyd. It's going to be a 7. That's right now second to last, and a very, very tough break for Cody Anderson. The opposite of what he wanted here tonight. But now, Trey, final 2 trucks out. This man lost a tiebreaker last week. Matthew Burnett wants redemption in Max D. His 2 teammates won last week. He wants to be the 3rd Max D driver to win this season.
That seems to be a running thing, with either Max D or, Gravediggers, is that 2 teammates win, but the 3rd one doesn't get it. So, wow, that was a very cool move there. What a slow Sky Wheelie there, but he was able to put it over top. But as I was saying, it always seems like 2 teammates can win, and then the 3rd one doesn't really get it. So, he definitely wants the redemption out of this.
And for sure, after losing the tiebreaker last week, that just makes him even madder. Not only did he have to go see his 2 teammates win after he lost the tiebreaker, but he lost the tiebreaker. So even if his teammates didn't win, he'd still be mad about that. And Burnett's definitely going to be on full attack here, and another huge Sky Wheelie in the Max D.
That's 2 so far. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's got that little jammer section mastered down. Those are beautiful Sky Wheelies. Almost tipped himself over, as it was, I believe, Black Stallion who's done that, but he was able to control it this time around. Got a nice slap wheel again over top of that bus. That was beautiful again.
Yeah, just like what we saw with Scarlet Bandit. That was a masterful move. Where's he going to go next? Is he going to go to the back of the double? Oh my goodness! It twists off the ramp. It's a hard collision, but it's back on all 4s.
How did that even happen?
And I think he's still going. I don't think it ever shut down, Trey.
That's amazing, Joe. I'm speechless. I'm speechless right now.
Now he has 20 seconds left. He's gonna go. Oh
my goodness!
Into the backflip. Oh my gosh! The truck is bending in ways it shouldn't. But it is an amazing
run. Though.
A huge Sky Wheelie again.
He's just going all out. He has 3 seconds remaining. Though, is he gonna be able to get a jump? 2-1.
Oh, he's gonna
bicycle. Oh my goodness!
No! Oh my gosh, he's still on the gas hard. He might be dazed. They're going to shut him down, so obviously the truck doesn't keep going. But Trey, if that doesn't take the lead, I don't know what to believe anymore.
The real question is did that last move count? I think he... I don't know if they were going to count it as all one move or a I don't know.
Either way, though, this move definitely counts for a lot of points. I mean, the truck's flipping over every direction. The body is shredding off, and it just comes over magically onto all 4 wheels.
Never shut the truck off, Joe. He never shut it off.
Wow. And then stuffs it into the backflip. And watch as he lands, Trey. Look at that truck twist.
I don't know how nothing broke on that thing. I mean, that thing's as flexible as a gymnast.
That thing went through abuse and even more. And then went into that massive Sky Wheelie and landed down hard in the back again, and somehow the back's still not broken. And here's this move. We don't know if it counted in the judges' eyes. I think that's going to be up to the judges' discretion. But this landing...
right here.
Oh! Kind of like what we saw in Stapleton and Gravedigger last event.
And we finally had a truck break a wheel off, though, so... But then it went back on the all 3 tires, that is, and we'll have to see what the judges think about it.
Wow, that is a new leader by 3 points, Trey. A 26.5, and he only has one person that can beat him, and that one person is the man who beat him in a tie last week, Marshall Burrell and Monster Energy.
You think the pressure's on? It's definitely on, especially seeing what just happened there. We'll have to see what Monster Energy is going to be able to do. He knows he has some big shoes to fill.
I mean, what can he do that's different? I mean, we just saw one of the craziest saves I think we'll ever see in a monster truck. We saw maybe the most hurtful backflip to a driver, and then we just saw someone full send into an obstacle on 2 wheels, hoping for the best out of it. What can Burl even do? As right there, that's a hit onto the side, but a great move there.
That was a very nice save there. I don't know what he's going to have to do, Joe. Double backflip? Double backflip. We'll go with that.
Maybe a front flip too. We saw a failed front flip attempt before. Maybe he can try and pull that one out. Maybe that can try and get him. But he definitely needs the momentum Max D had, and then he has to try and match the crazy moves, and then do even more than that, Trey. Is that too hard? Is that too much to ask of a driver?
It might just be enough. We'll have to see what he's going to be able to do, though. So far, he's getting some great momentum going. A little slappily there. He's going to pretty much gas it into the jammer section there, but he's able to put it down with 30 seconds remaining, though. He's definitely going to have to kick it up at least 3 notches here to even consider challenging Max D.
Notice how everyone that's went off that van second has been scared so far into the backflip. Hard on the nose on the ramp there, but gets it back down, throws it to reverse, and still about 10 seconds left to do something really, really crazy to let the judges remember. Baez gets up onto 2 wheels there, but needs something crazy here, Trey.
Joe, 3 seconds remaining. I don't think he has enough so far. What's going to be able to do here? Nice air cross thread action. He's going to go upside. Nope, never mind. He's not going to go upside down.
Look out.
Oh, maybe.
Now he's upside down. And I think he broke something on the rear when he did that too.
Yeah, he definitely broke something.
Well, you were saying it before. You didn't think he was doing enough. I still don't know if he did enough.
To be honest with you, I mean, I don't think he did, Joe.
I mean, with what we saw with Burnett and Max D, that run was crazy basically all throughout. This run definitely had its moments, don't get me wrong. I think it should place inside the top 5, maybe even top 3, but I just don't think it was enough to win this event.
I mean, this backflip here was nice. He went a little farther forward than I think he was hoping to do. Landed pretty much on top of the bus there, but he was able to get out of it and land it still, so that was always nice to see. And then, but he had the momentum, but he didn't have, the wow factors, or as many wow factors that is here. And then as Max D did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That will hurt tomorrow morning for Marshall Burl. That was a hard hit onto the rear. But let's go see what the scores are from the judges. Was it enough is the question. It's not. A 23. That puts Burl into 3rd, which means Matthew Burnett and Max D. Trey recovers from the heartbreak of last week and wins this one by 3 full points over the nearest competitor.
I mean, I would rather, win by 3 points than win by a tiebreaker here, and I think Max D did everything he needed to do to get that sweet revenge tour. Now, the real question is he going to be able to carry it on to next week?
Yeah, these last 2 events before we get to the World Finals, they're going to be crucial, especially when we go to the points here in just a few seconds. How do the points look out? Who's in, who's out? How far out are some people? How far in are some people? Well, Burl's had a nearly perfect season at this point. He's 39 points up. Burnett's also 28 up. They have a pretty comfortable gap. Everyone down below that has to be definitely questionable. 15 points up is definitely not out of the realm of possibility to fall out. There's a tie at the cut line between last season's champion Keegan Thompson and Will Graymont. Hook not that far below Scarlet Bandit as well, so it is close at the cut line. Still 2 events though. We'll see you guys for the next 2 this week in Central and West.